Hello and welcome to PoE for Dummies, episode 11, Breach. So in this episode, we'll cover everything that Breach has, we'll simplify it, we'll show you how upgrades work, how Breachstones work, how does a map look like, and so on. So for first things first, Breach is basically you open a map, there's a hand, you walk through the hand, and there are mobs spawning to and going towards the center. You have to kill them. There are some smaller hands that will appear in regular maps, or the bigger one, which is a boss hand, and they drop splinters. So splinters and breachstones and so on are located in your fragments tab where breach is. So you have 5 splinters, 5 different bosses with 5 different elements. Zoff is fire, Tool is cold, Esh is lightning, Ulnitol is physical, and Chayula is chaos. They are all level 81. I think Ulnitol is 82 and Chayula is 83 or 84. That's new addition in 3.21 League. And there are 2 types of breachstones that you can have. You can have you can have a breachstone, and you can have a charged breachstone or a pure breachstone, I think it's called, which basically increases the level of rewards and increases the level of the map and the amount of modifiers that you have. So each breachstone has 2, 3, or I think even 4 additional random modifiers that can range from giving them extra resistances, they can drop different things and so on. So I have here completed Zoff's domain, so we can see that the modifiers are monster cold resistance, deal extra physis cold, they have chance to drop an additional map, and maim on hit. So those are some of the modifiers that you can get. So those breach stones and breach lords that protect those breach stones drop specific items. I will link the wiki page where you can read more of the things, but here's one example. So anticipation drops from Ulnitol breachstones. Of course, there's also a way on how you can upgrade different things, different items, different breachstones, and those are items up here which are basically called blessings. So they upgrade a breach unique item or a breach stone to a more powerful version. These don't drop as regularly as before, but they can enhance the breach stone or they can enhance an item. As an example, anticipation drops from Ulnitol, but if you right click and left click on it, it gets upgraded to the surrender Ezomite Tower Shield, which is more expensive to buy outright, and sometimes it's better for you to buy an item and then buy an upgrade blessing in one go than actually buying an item. So for Breach, how you can get it in maps? You can get it by using Scarabs, which gives you an additional breach, or a breach with collapsed hands. Those are the boss hands or more smaller hands, or you can outright get a breach which spawns a breach boss in a map that drops more splinters. For the mechanic itself and for the passives that it has, we have here some. So you can have maps have 10% chance to contain breaches, additional chance of course. They can spawn additional rare monsters and magic monsters. They spawn a lot of monsters. You can get them also in Alva temples. Then there's specific bosses if you want to chase. Breaches in your maps have chance to contain a boss and to drop double breach splinters, and then you can have Chayula, Ulnitol, Esh, Zoff, or Tool. These increase your chances of getting them. Then there is breaches in your maps have 1% chance to contain Zeshtula. I hope I read that correctly. The open hand. She drops splinters from everyone, or breach stones from everyone. So she is an all-around card, whichever. If you get it, that's great. Kill it and you'll get a random fragment. It can be the lowest tier fragment or the highest tier fragment, which is basically Chayula, and so on. Here's some more. We have Flash Breach. Breaches in your maps open and close 10% faster. There's also open and close 30% slower, depending on the build that you're running. This can be helpful. And breach bosses clasped hands in your maps have 4% chance to spawn a breach boss when opened, and they have 100% increased chance to contain a breach boss's clasped hand. Clasped hands give a little bit more breach splinters. There's also this circle. Breach bosses defeated in your maps have 4% chance to drop a Breachstone, and Breachstones have 5% chance to be flawless. Aha, it's flawless. So flawless is the highest rank of Breachstones. And you have here your maps which contain breaches have 4% chance to contain an additional, 3 for 2, 2 for 3, and 1 for 10 additional breaches. So that's basically used for farming breaches. And there's this one. Breaches in your maps have 20% increased monster density, and in your maps have 50% chance to drop a breach unique item. You can also vendor these unique items to get fragments, splinters of the boss that the item comes from. So you can also, if you don't need an item and it's very cheap to buy, you can sell them, vendor them, whatever, and you can get splinters. So to recap, Breach is a very good tool that you can use to gain experience fast. You can play through the Breach map, which when you open is a long pathway that you just kill enemies and you just get to the end, kill the boss in the end, of course, and then pick up the loot. You can farm specific breaches for specific items, for specific breachstones, of course. You can also buy them from players. But all in all, very good and rewarding mechanic in the beginning of the league. Later on, I would suggest sell your own breachstones and buy items outright if you need them for builds that specifically go for, let's say this one is block build. That will be all for episode 11 of PoE for Dummies series. Next one should be, if I'm not mistaken, Abyss. And once again, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give it a like, comment if you have anything to add. I'll post the links down below for all the material that there is as usual. So thank you for watching. Have a great time, and I'll see you in the next one.